What's up, everybody? This the HUD Zero. What has been on my mind lately? War. Console war. You know, I actually used to like console wars way back in the 90s when Nintendo and Sega were going at it, just trying to prove a point, and then you have these awesome commercials. Genesis does what Nintendo don't, and the Super Nintendo commercial. Now you're playing with power, but nowadays the media, I wouldn't even say media. I would have to say the gamers out there themselves. And there's a particular group, because it used to be just casual and hardcore gamers. Now it's kind of branched itself off a little bit. Now there is the hardcore extremists, aka the fanboys, aka the fanatics, aka Xbox, Sony ponies, Wii U weirdos. Then you have the hardcore gamers who go out there and game, not only competitively, but they game more often and have a good time. Then you have the casual markets. The casual gamers who just play once in a while. They have the game console. They have certain preferences that they actually like. And then there's the ones who are completely clueless. There's the wannabes, the fakes, the ones who want to be part of the in crowd, that don't know a lick about games, but they just happen to fall into the crowd because it looks pretty exciting, and they want to make themselves noticed, whether on YouTube or in social media. Me, I consider myself a hardcore gamer. Why? Because I love all different types of games, but there are certain preferences that I actually enjoy. I like arcade style games. I like RPGs. I love one-on-one fighting games. And I also enjoy I don't know. I actually enjoy mostly games that have a very deep story but great gameplay also. So I guess that branches off into a lot of different styles of games. But right now, this console war, it's not really about Sony versus Nintendo versus Microsoft. No, it's a lot deeper than that. It has nothing to do with them. The only contributing problem right now is the fanboys, the fanatics out there. They are the ones that are causing the real problems. It is you. That's right, you. The gamers out there themselves that are causing the real problems. Now, I understand there's a lot of fans out there who are saying, "Well, Zero, what do you mean? Why you gotta be like that?" Okay, I'll tell you why. Because I actually wanted to go out there and enjoy the game and actually give you my personal opinion about the things that I like and the things that I don't like. It's what you call being opinionated. Now, there's also those who actually have opinions, but they base it into fact based off of what they may have heard, may have seen, may have read. And That problem is branching off into anything. Now, I understand about YouTube. YouTube is about entertainment. YouTube is about drawing that crowd to you, so that way you can kind of get your kicks, and stuff like that. I kind of got into YouTube because I considered it fun. I like to be able to give my own opinion. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give my opinion about what's going on and actually what news is really drawn to what I perceive what is going on out there now. So, starting with Sony. Sony right now is going through what you call an identity crisis. The Sony that I knew when they created the PlayStation brand, they had a very, very solid beginning. They had great, fun games. They had exciting arcade games. They had an awesome dev team. They had a lot of third-party support. Capcom, Konami, Square, Squaresoft. You had 989 Studios. Oh, you don't remember who they are? 989 Studios made a lot of the sport games that came out for the PlayStation X a long time ago. And then they followed through with the PlayStation 2. But that's when the arrogance started kind of boiling in, because obviously when they were looking at Sega, they looked at Sega as a threat. And when they brought out their system, they brought out their console, they went out on a limb claiming that they are what you call an entertainment device. Did I just say entertainment device? Yeah, but they did. It actually played DVDs. It was a cheap DVD player, so people could be able to buy their DVDs and watch the DVDs. So it was a DVD player, and you could be able to play games on it. So, and I think you could be able to. You can listen to your music on it too. So it was an entertainment device. So, what happened now? What has changed the face of Sony? I think it's because they thought that they are a console manufacturer that cannot fail. When competition started heating up, when Microsoft and the Direct Xbox or the Xbox came out, they considered them a threat. Xbox, when it first came out, was a more powerful console. It actually had a memory cache system, so it actually ran the games better loading times, better graphic capabilities. It was able to handle games such as Knights of the Old Republic. It was able to handle many of the great PC games that came out, and they actually ported over to the Xbox. There was more graphic fidelity, better sound. It was a better console in that aspect. But the problem is that there was not enough third-party support, which is the problem. So, fast forwarding in today, because I'm not going to go into all that history. What's the problem now? The problem is that gamers, the extremists, the extreme gamers, the ones that are the fanboys, the Sony ponies, the Xbots, the Wii U weirdos, they actually are trying to push out a point saying, we are better than this, we do better than this, we have this, that, and the other, when we have a better catalog of games. I have to say that no, I would say none of the above. None of the games consoles right now have a fantastic library. Why? I'll tell you the reason why. To have a fantastic library, you have to be in the console market for longer than, I would say, approximately 2 years. That means 2 holidays consecutively over a span of 2 years. Then you understand where the momentum is. Why? Because now the console devs have more knowledge about the consoles that they're making games for. So they actually are harnessing more power from the system, so you be able to see more graphic capabilities, more draw distance, better ray tracing, sound quality, story quality. Maybe the online capabilities are much better. And on top of that, you have the frames per second, like 60 frames per second. Yeah, you'd never know. They might even push it to 120. Who knows? And the 1080p or progressive scan graphics that everyone claims that makes games better. But I haven't seen too many games right now. I would say a small handful of the games that they consider AAA. Now, AAA games is another concept that I want to talk about later, but that's another story. The idea that games that are marketed out there, with high budget and whatever, they are making the games and they're pushing the hardware as much as they can based off of what they already know about the console. So, what's the problem? The problem is that a lot of gamers consider that the way the consoles are now is definitive. That means that is it. They are not going to be pushing anymore. They always consider Xbox One the weaker console. Why are they even in the market now? So, well, Microsoft is in the market right now because they are trying to branch off a little bit. They're trying to make it an all-in-one console, which they actually marketed it as such. Now, the Kinect is actually an essential part of the ecosystem of the Xbox One. Now, the PlayStation Eye is not essential for the PlayStation 4. And everyone is saying that is why PlayStation 4 is a better console, but it's not. It's not a better console. It's still in its baby stages. These consoles are infants right now. They haven't even reached their full year yet. It's not even the lapsing first year. So I have a suggestion for all of you guys: the Xbox, the Sony fanboys, the Sony ponies, and the Wii weirdos. Shut up. Shut your pie hole and wait until late 2015. Wait until after that holiday before you can actually start shouting, "Oh, we're a better console. We have this, that, and the other." Why? Because Xbox One right now is not in all the markets yet. Okay? We're talking about 13. Sony PlayStation 4 right now is in 72 markets right now. That is the reason why they have a higher number. And a lot of people are already discounting the Xbox One because they have less consoles out there. But get this. Xbox One has sold many Xbox Ones that are out there and people are buying them, and it's only in 13 countries, and they have surpassed the Xbox 360 in the same time span. So be quiet about numbers. The numbers right now don't count yet. And on top of that, you gotta understand that Sony likes to mesh numbers a little bit too. They actually like to add on the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation Vita numbers to say, okay, we sold through this many consoles. But right now, nothing right now is set in stone. We still haven't seen Japan. We still haven't seen China. We still haven't seen any of those yet for the Xbox One. And there are many more markets as well, such as Switzerland and the like. So, be quiet. This war that you're touting about, which I really don't care about, hasn't really begun. This right now is small battles. Month by month are the small battles that right now are being fought. The war has not begun. 2015 is when the real war begins. It's when you see games start to take advantage of the power of the consoles. So, that's all I have to say. You have a different opinion? I respect your opinion. Put your comments down below. Smack the like button. And subscribe if you like what you're hearing. So this is me, Xero, signing off. This is Xero Hour. Later.